in the back, right? He was back here with Wallace, Hocevar, Bush, Reddick, cars that are either lapped or looking to go a lap down. So Kim, this 12 car, Brian Blaney, we all thought he could recover, but it has taken a very impressive first stint here to keep himself in the game and on the lead lap.
Absolutely. We were a little worried after yesterday's practice and qualifying, but the team was not. When I checked in this morning, they felt like they had good pace yesterday. So I asked Chief Jonathan Hassler, what was the challenge ahead of them today? He said, we're going to have to get track position the hard way by passing cars on track. He said, in the past, pit road has been the best way to pass cars at Martinsville, but with this new tire, we're not sure you have as many options on pit road. Blaney has answered the call, gone to work. He's been the biggest mover so far this race. Right now, it's quiet on the radio, which, Marty, usually means either a happy driver or a focused driver.
Him and his teammate Joey Logano trying to make his 7th championship four. And Steve mentioned it a moment ago. The weakness for this 22 car in practice yesterday was the long run. Their strength on this run has been the long run. At the beginning of the run, Jeff, Paul Wolf told Joey Logano, I need you in long run mentality. We have to have these tires last until the end of this stage. So when your crew chief tells you, Jeff, long run mentality, what does that trigger in your mind behind the wheel?
Cannot spin the rear tires, cannot overwork the front tires. You have to make lap time. You can't just ride around there and go slow. But you have to make speed in a way that doesn't make your tires angry is the best way I know how to describe it. Don't overheat that right front tire by driving into the corner too deep. Don't just jump in the gas. Be nice, smooth. But a good handling car like Joey Logano has, I believe that does more to save tires than a driver can. I think the easier you can make pace and drive the car easy, that's on the car, right? Some cars can run a certain speed, but the driver has to drive it harder to go that fast. A car that doesn't have to be driven hard to make a good lap time, that car will save more tires.
What a launch off turn 2 by Joey Logano to just breeze by Kyle Larson. Hey, talking about rubber, talking about tires, have a listen to this recent radio transmission to the 20 of Christopher Bell.
There's bound to be a lot of rubber buildup. I can see huge rubber clods coming off some of these dudes' cars. Copy.
Yeah, the spotter's just telling the crew chief what he's seeing. You know, these tires as they wear, the rubber not only kind of grinds off, but also balls up. So there's the rubber right there kind of sticking on the racetrack. You see that big chunk that balls up. You just wonder, you know, what that does over 500 laps, where that rubber ends up going into the ductwork, into the brake cooling, and some other areas. We'll see if it becomes a story later in the race.
I tell you what I've seen, the speed of the tires fell off a lot quicker yesterday. All this rubber coming off the tire, it seemed like it wasn't falling off very much, but it is now. These last several laps, the speed has come off the race cars. You can see people sliding around a lot more. So late in this run, they become way more difficult to drive well.
88 laps, that's what they've currently run right here. So to your point, we have found a little bit of a cliff with the tire wear, which is good to know, especially as a crew chief. You'd love to see that. You love to know something's out there as we're on board the Toyota onboard with Bell.
Inside the final 6 laps of this first stage of the Xfinity 500. And now has lapped all the way to Cole Custer Cole Custer is the last one on the lead lap in 14th. So what an opening stage from William Byron. Exactly what he and the 2014 needed. He has led more laps in this season than any other in his NASCAR Cup Series career. And it's helped by leading 121. 125 thus far today.
This position right here between Elliott and Larson is definitely more important for Larson with 4 to go. Remember, he's in a points battle with Bell, and one of those two will advance on points for Chase Elliott. He's in a must-win. Now, Chase could care less. He's trying to get all the positions he can before he gets to the end of the stage. We'll see if he's able to do that with Larson. Larson doing a nice job. How about Kyle Busch? I actually have him as a sleeper pick. I thought he looked really good in practice. I mean, he's not very far off. He's running inside the top 20. It's just such a rampant pace early on.
Chase Elliott wants his spot because remember, he lost spots on pit road earlier. The further you come on pit road, the better position you're running, the better opportunity. If something bad happens, you don't fall back as far.
And the one good news of the playoff drivers, as you said, 14 cars on the lead lap. Well, that will make pit road very, very clean during the yellow. Let's see what happens to the 11 right here. Oh, he just gets locks the tires up. He didn't expect the 21 to be there. So now he goes up, he's got junk all over his tires. See right here, just trying not to hit the 21, gets the front tires locked up. That's how easy you can lose positions.
And all that rubber that we showed on a replay a little bit ago, that now gets stuck to the tires and the car drives horrible for a lap or two.
One to go, presented by Credit One Bank. Not even that, because William Byron comes off turn 4, and this is the start to the day that he needed. Wins stage 1 convincingly with 126 laps led. Nicely done, and Joey Logano in a fine second.
And in that points battle, Larson third. Bell, I believe, going to clock in here in 8th. So that is 5 points guaranteed. So what was a 1-point difference is now a 6-point difference. Between the 5 and the 20, we'll be tracking that all day long.
William Byron knows he needs to win today for his teammate Kyle Larson. He's racing Christopher Bell, so power to the 2 Hendrick teammates. So far, stage 1, early days here in Martinsville.
Yes, sir.